Now we're going to go through the application of Silam Tao, or the Shaolin Way. At the beginning of the form, we start out, we build our Qi. Understand the center line. This section here, this used to be, in the old times of the Shaolin Temple, they put a pole in the ground, and they came out like this in the center against the pole. They'd bring their arms back and punch at the pole, so they knew where their center line was. This movement is also La Lap Sao, which if he punches here, this can also be a grab. The next section, we punch. Punch is called Kyun Sao, goes into Hun Sao. Hun Sao is a deflection in Wing Chun that's used in all three forms of Wing Chun. Hun Sao is if he's punching, I deflect with the punch away and go into a punch. So if he punches fast speed, I deflect the punch with the wrist, go into a punch. That's the Hun Sao section that you see in the form. The next section is Tan Sao. Tan Sao comes out here to build Qi or energy, comes into Wu Sao. Tan Sao we went through earlier, deflects across here. Wu Sao deflects forward. Fuk Sao. Fuk Sao is the crane's beak. Fuk Sao, using the Fuk Sao deflection, if he punches here, I can hook the punch down with Fuk Sao and go into a punch. Or if he punches with the other arm, I can come into a deflection with Fuk Sao across here. So if he punches here, I can use a Fuk Sao punch. Fuk Sao is very good for a boxer's jab. Say he jabs here like this, I just go like this, I deflect the punch down, go into a punch. Say he punches with a punch with this arm, I deflect out with Fuk Sao. Now I can go into a palm strike or continue a chain punch. I can also use Fuk Sao if he punches here to deflect across and then continue into another strike. So some basic applications for Fuk Sao. Next section, Gum Sao. Gum Sao is pinning arm. So in other words, if I go to do a lop or any type of move, if I pin his arm and hold him there, that's called Gum Sao. That's some basic understanding of the pin of Wing Chun. Fok Sao, which is a knife hand strike, strikes him across the neck here. The reason why in the form you have Lan Sao and it goes into Fok Sao, it shows you that if my arm is bent here and I strike him with an elbow, I can extend it out into a Fok Sao knife hand strike. If I do a strike and I strike him in the neck with a Fok Sao, I can also collapse it to an elbow. So if he goes into a punch and I hit him in the neck here, I can collapse the elbow into his throat afterward. That's what it's showing you in this move. Jum Sao is the movement we went through earlier, deflecting downward. Again, it repeats a Tan, does double Hun Sao to Jut. That movement is showing you if someone grabs you, pulling in the arms here, pushing it down, and jabbing the eyes. That's what this section is, the Hun Sao, Jut, Bilji. That's the first section. We'll go through the application of the form later.